So, to keep it on track of where we are in...
Oh yeah, we're watching again.
Yeah, well, now we're
We've
caught up.
given them the
So,
Philosopher's Stone.
we did. Now, so we
Okay,
skipped
yeah,
past
now
the Dana
Foxy, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We skipped past the Dana conversation, but that didn't change from the last time. So ending D is essentially where you're not going for you're not pursuing the Margaret storyline, and you're not pursuing the Dana storyline either. So you're basically getting neither. Okay.
Ironically, ending D, you're not pursuing the D.
You're not pursuing the D.
Missed opportunity
D
there.
stand for Dana, obviously. But there's one critical difference in this cutscene, which we've seen umpteen times. That this is why we'll have to see it again. It's not skippable, and this is only unique to this ending. Like, this doesn't appear in any other sense.
Can that be our new tradition, Jonathan? Just sending pictures of me and
Roadwife, yeah,
and Roadwife to Foxy to just aggravate him.
that is exactly the plan. Yes, whenever if festivities happen when Foxy's working, we are going to rub the salt into the wounds. And conversely, when you're not around, I mean, Foxy having a lovely time, we're going to do the same thing to you and Roadwife. That is just how it works.
That's just not fair.
Life isn't fucking fair, Dennis. All right, that's how it goes.
I just thought of something. What is it?
See, Foxy's much more entertaining because Foxy gets the puppy eyes.
He does have
Me, I just go, fuck you pricks. Foxy though, Foxy goes, oh, I want to be there. He's like a child's character, and you feel bad, but only momentarily.
Look at me.
I feel bad for Foxy. Just generally,
Oh no, I don't, because you see, you feel bad momentarily, and then you go, that fucker's getting paid to be over there.
Forgive me.
And you go, I'm not getting.
I'm not getting paid.
I'm not getting paid to be here, so you know.
It's a fair trade, you know.
So I mean, he is technically winning, you know. Yeah.
He's earning money. You're spending money. So
exactly.
You know,
so I mean, he is winning. Definitely. I like. It's so, you know, the comfort is really sending the pictures.
Yeah, but
exactly. Yeah.
Keep in mind, you don't have to get up at 2, 3 in the morning to go for a flight. Where people are constantly messing.
To be fair, we were not even contemplating going to sleep at that time.
Yeah.
we were watching the fucking Rumble.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, that was on Saturday.
That was on the Saturday. Yeah.
Friday, what were doing? Oh no, we were up. We were fucking wasted, dude.
Wow.
It's okay. The testing policy in the big company now allows that particular narcotic.
You looked up.
Yeah.
That one is allowed. Well, no, I don't need to. I can just see that Matt Riddle is employed. And I can see that particular drug is allowed.
If he's right, I think you're grand, yeah. As long as you don't get fucking metal teeth and start right on your face, I think you're all right.
Hello, is anybody here?
So, are we stopping the father or are we stopping Hugo?
Well, we're basically stopping. We're stopping Hugo here. Now, again, we briefly passed it there, but the one different thing about that cutscene was that we asked Dr. Wagner to add an extra layer of protection to basically draw a sigil. We had a sigil on the floor already, but in some endings it's not enough, and the homunculus overpowers him. So we're basically telling him to add an extra layer.
Add another, yeah. Basically, so that the whole thing doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm still wondering with I don't think Foxy has not called this ending, which is
he has
good
actually,
because I couldn't call it at the time either. To be fair, you're not like, oh, this is so obvious, you should be calling. No, like it's it would actually be impressive if you did call it. To be honest.
Yeah, like I got lucky with the other ones, but this one's been tough. To kind of like.
Well, you know why? Because you haven't seen what it's leading into yet. That's the difference.
Yeah, and it does link back to references and other endings that there's been as well. You know.
True. This one ties up a feud quite well.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah. Because,
although I can't honestly say that's why I like it. So I don't like it because of its neatness or covering up loopholes. I liked it because I genuinely didn't see it coming.
Yes, and that is again, as much as I've slagged the game off, this is for me, like as a joke about C, this is personally, I think the best twist of the lot.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a
Yeah,
genuinely good twist. Yeah,
no, honestly, it is. Like, it's a very good twist.
it's a good twist. Yeah, and also explains a few things about his character as well, about the kind of So we'll get to it eventually. But
The mystery of his legs will finally be revealed, Foxy.
he took the legs out of your legs and added to his own legs, and now he has legs.
You'll actually find out that what he does, he chops off Hugo's legs, attaches them to his own, and that's why his legs are so freakishly long.
Yeah.
It's actually, he is the legs of a grown man and a 16-year-old boy.
Combined together. Of course, those legs at 16 are still growing, so that's why his legs are even getting longer as the game goes on.
Yes. Little known fact, one of the big mechanics they had in the game, leg growth.
Is leg growth. Yes, that's right, yeah. It's a hidden bar. It's not actually shown on the HUD, but it changes. It's like the moral compass, it changes.
Yeah. The more you run, the longer they get.
The longer your legs get.
Yeah.
If he jumps suddenly, he's gonna break his kneecaps.
Well, you see, that's the difference. He's actually got 2 sets of kneecaps.
Yeah. So
No,
it's reinforced.
No, they're a pair of testicles.
It's like if
you got that reference, you fucking.
It's like the
nerd. You're a nerd.
What do you call it? Like fucking.
You're a nerd.
Oh, what do you call him? What's the name of him? It's like a fawn, where their legs are kind of buckled back. Did you just try to kill a dog?
If my dog was underneath the desk, I didn't realize she was there. Where the fuck did you come from?
Before you did the things you did today. I had so many chances, but I still didn't manage to.
Hugo.
So again, this standoff we have to watch again because there's one different line of dialogue.
It's a shame, but there's no way for my machine to outrun yours, and I can't stop the homunculus from being completed. So I'm switching to another plan.
It's a great plan. I'm gonna kill my sister.
If I can't prevent homunculus from being created in the first place, I'll destroy it. That seems to be the only way to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone? What use is that to you?
What use is that to you?
Me being I not knowing this after reading a book about alchemy that explains the use of the Philosopher's Stone in 2 different scenes.
I'm going to make Mother, just like Father made Homunculus. The only difference is that I haven't got a Philosopher's Stone.
Would you
Solid plan. I'll leave you to it.
Use Homunculus
Do you
instead.
know what? Cool. I'm gonna let this play out.
What do you think
I'm gonna make Homunculus my mom.
You're supposed to be quiet.
Don't go there.
Yes, Hugo, the original
Your
simp.
father would agree.
What about my father?
He said you might do something like attempt to bring Helena back from the dead. And he also said that he would burn all the records once this experiment was completed to make sure.
Now,
you-
this is what's different.
Oh, really? In that case, why were the papers safe and sound? Even though Father himself had disappeared into thin air.
I wouldn't know the reason for that.
We still need to be a
I have to
family.
do this.
That's
So
why I'm
there-
gonna make
so-
Mother,
Family.
and
You
we
got
can all
that?
be happy again.
You picked that up,
I'll be
Foxy?
happy again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
So
I
the papers were still there.
Yep.
Well, his father just
Get it?
disappeared.
Come on.
Disappeared.
Indeed.
Get Homunculus.
Hugo, I can work for both of us, so that we won't want for anyone.
After all, it's the 16th
You'll
century.
be okay. You'll see.
Everybody knows
So
they pay
please,
women so
stop
well.
This madness.
That's why it sounds so funny for Dana to be happy in the 16th century. It's like, you know what? I'm happy to go back to a time where I had no rights. It's like, what?
Who needs them? So much stress. I don't need to worry about voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I wanted was to churn butter and have nothing to do with my life, and then die of dysentery at the age of 34.
You want to raise the dead?
Or even earlier in childbirth. Naturally and in agony, as the world should be.
World should be. I'd rather that than to be a fucking waitress in a cafe.
Yeah.
Working on
That says a lot about the hospitality
It
industry.
really
And
does.
having worked in that industry, I can kind of see where she's coming from.
It's just like,
Nothing to do with what
so,
I want.
how would you
Indeed.
assess your time here, Dennis? I'd rather have died in the 16th
Yeah,
century.
well, no, as a male, I can say I would have preferred to have died in childbirth in the 16th century. And
No excuses. If you do what I tell you, all we
I'll
want
take
is
my
to
chances in the
clear
16th
it.
century. I'm gonna see you later. Go look. See you
That's
later.
going
Bye.
to affect this age in a lot of
If I get
ways.
lucky, I'll get like harpooned by a fucking trebuchet or some shit. I don't know.
That's a dirty move.
Come on, hurry up.
I still
I'll
find
give you
that like
20 minutes.
stupid. I'm gonna leave my sister here because that's gonna fuck up time.
Yeah.
Like, not really.
Hmm.
Not if she's there.
So
But you have
So
to
the one
remember
thing-
as well. Remember, she's meant to be there.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole thing because it's of the
That's the
switch.
thing.
Mhm.
Now, that being said, now here's the thing: these two endings are coming up. The baby switch doesn't happen
Yeah, that is yeah.
because you didn't call your spot about the ancestor part. Because
Yeah.
you didn't say outright you might be my ancestor, then Homunculus hears that and does the baby switch to stop you basically from Marty McFly
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Marty
now in
McFly
this
yourself.
case, where you haven't called your spots, so that is still okay. So the babies haven't been switched, right? So Margaret is now meant to be in the past, and Dane is meant to be in the present, right? This is where it gets a bit muddly because it's not consistent depending on what decision you make. Like you shouldn't
now,
decide whether that happens or not.
Here goes Ike to do the deed. You can
Yes.
see lust in his swagger.
Lust
Lust
in
is the
his
word.
loins.
But the one big difference there was, by the way, that when we got out of that little bit of that dialogue with Hugo, in the A, B, and C endings, when we snap out of it, we can leave the square and do stuff in the present. But in D&E, we're locked into going back into the past and doing one or two things, basically. So, and then in D, we literally, the only thing for us to do is to burn the papers and snooker them that way, essentially.
Hey,
Because he said,
this is
"Ooh,
Dr.
Well,
Wagner's
why were
By
the
the
papers
people.
This
intact?
is all about homunculus.
Yes, exactly.
Composition, method of creation. That's
What
it.
if Hugo never reads this stuff?
What if Hugo
Without the
never
homunculus
reads this
data,
stuff?
Hugo would never attempt to
Without the
recreate his
homunculus
mother.
data, Hugo
I
would
mean,
never
it's a solid
recreate his
plan.
mother.
If he never
It
learned
is.
his
Come to think of
existence,
it,
he
if
wouldn't
never
want
learns of
revenge.
homunculus's
No
existence,
revenge, no
he
time
wouldn't want
machine,
Revenge.
nothing.
No revenge.
I feel bad for Dr.
yeah."
Wagner.
The fact that I'm half a second behind means I'm hearing it twice.
Yeah. It goes. Like,
Hugo,
yeah, Foxy's auditioning here for the remake.
Hugo? He's back?
Ooh, put in the saucepan. Put in the saucepan.
It's like somebody half-heartedly echoing Foxy's one. Like he's going,
Yeah.
"What if I put it there? What if I put
What
it
are you
there?"
doing here?
What if I put it there? What happens if we put it there?
Oh, Dr. Wagner.
Lemons, lemons, lemons.
they told us. They told us.
I wonder, by the way, how
So
flavors that
we-
that paper is because it's hanging in there as best it can.
Still
isn't it?
there.
So-
See Dr. Wagner.
yeah.
We were so worried.
As we all know, of course, 60th century was the prime era for paper. So
I guess it's a good
of
sign
course
that
it takes a
you
little bit
care.
longer to burn. You know.
What are you burning?
Well, it's hinted at that he actually
Nothing important.
used urine on all of his paper, and as we all know, urine notoriously can't be burned. That's why so many burned bodies. The only thing left is
So,
bladder.
Sis, where could Father?
Well,
True. True.
We'll go take a look around. I'm sorry. but
Sorry,
we
this
have
is,
to
that's
go
a
out for
lot of
while.
stupid to take in one go.
We'll talk soon.
No, I've
No,
okay,
I've
take
done a
care of
biology. I know.
See you around.
Fucking dickhead.
Popped him. Hey.
He was trying. He was
The
trying.
rare,
so
the
hard.
rare Jonathan pop.
But the fucking like the scientist in him couldn't help.
It wasn't that. It was the lack of grammar got me. It's like I have done a biology. Do you know what, Dennis? You're absolutely right. You have done a biology. Congratulations. Therefore, my fucking qualifications have been rendered invalid because you did one whole fucking biology.
Yeah. It was all of the biology in one.
All the time, all in one big massive fist, right in there.
That's it.
That's the metric for biology. It's one fist of biology. So that's
Yeah.
a fact.
All that research with piss, like, it really
It goes
paid off.
nowhere. It goes nowhere. Absolutely goes nowhere. You
That's
know?
literally what my degree says.
Hmm.
Did a biology.
He is the piss master.
Yeah. Piss artist, more like. It's just. I can just imagine, like, you went from the University of the Thing.
University
And now
of
we're
piss.
going- And now we're going to
Imagine
do
that's
the
the type of degree you get from like Trump University and stuff like that.
Yeah. Of large things. You got the
Yeah.
degree of large things.
Yeah.
Therefore, we give you the biggest paper because it's large, and we all know large is better. Don't look at my small hands.
Coincidentally, again, having done a biology, I know all about the small hands.
You do, yeah. Do you want to actually
And
give us a
why-
workshop on
Well, the reason the hands sometimes do the small is because when they do the large, that requires more blood. And so you see... so you see...
Continue, please.
He's nowhere to be found. Where could Father be?
Right. I found out how to pop Jonathan, right?
What is it?
Just talk absolute fucking shite.
Just
Yes,
wondering,
please.
I mean, what could he have been burning?
For
is
some
that
reason
still
now,
intact?
I want Dennis now to do actual lectures in a science. I can just imagine him doing it in like Comic Sans with like clip art and diagrams that are written in crayon. Like, it'd be fucking great.
Fucking GIFs.
I'm here
GIFs
for it.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you to bring Homunculus?
So now we have a Hugo in the past and a Hugo in the present,
If
and
you
they're
won't do what
ironic
I
enough
say,
working against each other.
Oh no.
Hugo!
He's getting a migraine.
Just as well, because that knife was right by where the blood is.
Yeah.
Distillation? Something? And with...
Now, just to be clear, he's not doing a science here. He's doing it in English. That's what he's doing there. He's trying to do a read. Yeah.
What's happening to me?
And that is actually what happens when you do a reading correctly.
You do, actually, yeah. You get dissipated into the ether. Which is unfortunate because ether is quite a hard thing to spell. Isn't that right, Dennis?
Yeah, I believe it's spelled E-D,
What are you doing?
H-R.
HR.
No good. I
Yeah.
can't read this.
Are you
Do you not think there's any more vowels in there?
Hey!
You might think, no, just,
Vowels.
Please.
yeah.
You said yourself
Are they the
it was
squiggly ones or
hard
just...
to make
Which
up.
ones are they?
They're the
Anyway,
ones that make the
we
noises.
have something more important to do now, right?
Oh no, now
Soft
you're getting
noise,
you're
not the
you're
hard
getting
noise.
into
I know, I'm trying to get to, I'm not
no,
trying to
my
be technical
degree.
here.
No, look now. I mean, I never claimed to be in English. I was a science, and that
It
was
really
kind of it.
certainly did never claim to be in English, no.
No,
Come on.
like
We
that
can't
was
let
for
him do
the
all the work, can we?
Yeah.
the,
Guess you're
the
right.
others.
The experts,
That was-
yes.
That was
Yeah.
yeah. I leave it to that. You know, you let me have my field
The
of
book readers,
expertise,
yeah.
and I leave them to it. You know, when it comes to bladders and
Hmm.
things that
What?
where the blood's kept
What went wrong?
and
What am
the thinky parts. That's my goodness is kept there.
So how did you get your degree in cardiovascular circuitry? Did you go to the university thing, or did you go and get a...
I studied hearty bing bongs, and then I went to I went for a follow up. They don't call it a masters; they actually call it a supremes.
a big, yeah, it's a big.
It just means that you're the best at the thing, and so like, I made the discovery actually about the urine being completely.
Oh,
really, yeah. That was your paper, was it?
Completely. The technical term is not very good at burning. And so I was kind of given the piece of paper that says I could talk.
Yeah.
When
And you
asked-
have, in fairness, you have talked about it.
when asked about the thing, I can talk.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. It's like when you know
Over? All this?
how like I have I don't want to toot my own horn here, but like I have named
Mhm.
some parts of the body, you know,
Have you really?
Are-
Okay.
are now
Yeah.
in kind of common dialect, you know.
Such as?
Well, your juggler, because it juggles your blood
Oh, wait, oh,
around
okay.
the place.
You're counting in the juggle parts. No.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I named it that way.
Right. Okay.
You know.
I'm not. It doesn't come from the Latin word of jugulus, which is
No,
essentially.
no,
Okay.
no. Yeah, everybody knows that it's called that because if you think of the blood like a ball, then there's lots of the balls, and they go everywhere
Mhm.
because
I was
your
trying to change
body,
my destiny.
there's not just
Was
one
it all for you?
lump of blood.
You
There's
It's
lots
not
of
one full ball. It's
no.
multiple.
There's
big
lots of
balls.
little bits of balls, bloods, bloods,
Okay.
and going
And in doing
everywhere
that,
Yes.
I changed other
'cause
people's lives.
you have to.
Is my own
And
fate
then
worth that
when
much?
it's in,
Is yours?
it juggles, and then
So
it
how am I
juggles
supposed to
to the
feel?
right parts to make you go.
Well, someone would say that's in a circular movement. That's where the jugular part comes in from. Isn't that it? Because
No,
you're juggling in
those,
a circle, clockwise and anti-clockwise.
no, those people are wrong.
So your whole point has actually been rendered invalid because you didn't juggle in the right.
No, it
right.
juggles. It does it more like the jugglers with the chainsaws as opposed to the jugglers with the.
But when the juggles with circles, with like balls, you said. So like, why are you changing the chainsaws then?
No, listen. I also did the studying of shapies.
In the shapies. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So when you're saying chainsaws, you're thinking of a different. Okay, right. I understand you now.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't be stupid now. I mean, come on.
Oh no, it's not that. It's the
I mean-
technicalities, Dennis, that I'm not getting. I'm not
No,
really grasping.
listen. I don't know where you got your paper from. You know.
I got my paper from a shiny area. So yeah.
Like I don't think you're qualified to speak on this, Jonathan. Just.
If anything that's coming across, yes, there's people are certainly not qualified for this conversation. Yes, very unqualified. I'm just gonna put under your. Can you like for your next Zoom call? Can you just put like Dennis Murphy, not a doctor, on the on the text?
Why do I want to lie?
Okay, actually, here comes the twist.
Are you ready, Foxy? Are you unzipped? Are you primed? Are you lubed? Spit on it, Foxy. Get ready. Whoa. Whoa, Foxy. Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh,
Well,
suit
twist.
you. Oh, suit yourself. Oh,
Oof! Oof!
You're the one who broke the seal. So, what do you desire most?
let's see how long it takes. I'm waiting for it to see Foxy's face when it
To be
dawns.
filthy rich. Name it, and it's yours.
What is this?
Staring so intensely at Foxy.
Hmm.
But of course,
I see confusion,
your soul is mine.
Mass confusion.
Futile
Hunger.
existence ends.
slight horniness.
You can do whatever you like.
I mean, that's Foxy generally, to be fair.
Name
That's his
it.
default.
There's nothing changed in that, to be fair.
This,
Hmm?
Huh? What you gonna do, brother?
What's that?
was my research in vain? Was I wrong after all these years devoted to my task?
So what's also becoming apparent in all the endings is that Dr. Wagner, in the two choices to what to use the Philosopher's Stone for, either make a homunculus or an elixir of life, he always had picked the homunculus, which is actually the wrong answer.
I want to start my life.
That's a common trend between the 5 endings, is that he picked the
So
wrong.
he wants to
experiment.
start over so that he can get it right, basically.
Yes.
Hold on. There.
And he wants to stay that age.
Hold on.
It was.
That young man the other day. I envied him his youth.
If you know a Foxy, call your spot.
Is he turned into fucking Ike?
Even better.
Am I? Did it really work?
Trust me, okay? You got exactly what you wished for.
Uh-huh. Get
Your
it?
work here is
Yeah.
done.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to where
He was
you
Ike
came
all
from,
along.
Demon.
And remember that extra layer of protection we asked him to put on?
A pentagram.
It was actually a trap, but he wanted to get what he wanted out of the fucking homunculus.
Exactly.
but I was well advised to ready an additional barrier.
But then there's an additional
Return
twisty.
to the stone from whence you came, and I will start my research and my life from the beginning.
You... Damn it, you'll pay for this?
Uh-huh.
No pentagram is completely...
There you go.
Yes.
So that's why Ike doesn't remember a fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Be damned to the endless night.
And Ike will also never get any older.
He never get any older, and the endless night of youth means that his memory just basically just like wipes every now and then. So
Yeah.
he basically, this also kind of explains a little bit why he just keeps wandering around the town like a fucking gobshite, going like waiting for like the next
Yep.
death. He's basically just an amnesiac for all intents and purposes, but he has been amnesiac since the 1600s. So literally, he's just like in a fucking like Groundhog Day situation for his entire time.
Where am I?
So that's where that to me is the best twist, because it also explains a lot of the kind of the other kind of overhanging questions you might have had from the other.
There is some like things that like obviously, as there is with most, that like are, oh well, how the fuck does this happen? You know, because like he says, you know, that man the other day, I envied him in his youth. Well, how could that be if he's the man that he saw the other day? There had to be a starting point.
Exactly, it's a chicken
You know,
and
and
the
all
egg.
that stuff. Yeah, exactly. So like there are things like that, but you know, that's probably over analysis, to be honest with you. That's probably looking too far into it. Yeah.
Also explains why he keeps coming back to that family.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
yeah, that's why Homunculus.
There's certain things like why he's drawn into it and all that. Why Marguerite and everything are connected is he's actually her father.
Yeah.
And that's the scene I remember vividly, him just stumbling out into the street like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Which is cool. It's a great visual.
And then, yeah, as Jonathan says, the thing is, his memory resets every once in a while, so he's not aware that he's eternally young or that he's lived through all these times or anything like that.
Now, the one thing the game doesn't necessarily say is that this is the same case in every ending. It could just be the case in this ending that Ike is actually Dr. Wagner. In the other endings, he could just be a normal bloke that just happens to be a gullible idiot. But this,
but I think you're kind of
it's watertight enough, yeah.
And I think because they assumed that, you know, that or at least they wanted you to play this multiple times, I think you can kind of say that it's linked. Because they wanted you to see it, you could argue that, you know, you could make it canon.
Yeah, the one thing that kind of like doesn't sway that for me is that it's ending D as opposed to like
ending A or so. Yes, that's fair. That is fair.